Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is another Reviving Old Palettes video, and today is the Tarte Toasted palette. We are going classic fall palette here. It's been around for a while. A lot of people actually didn't like this palette. Personally, I do like it. I've had it for several years. I did get it 50% off at Ulta a few years ago in the 21 Days of Beauty. This series is just get ready with me as with older palettes because palettes get forgotten about pretty quickly on YouTube. So check out the playlist if you do want to see more of these Reviving Old Palettes videos. All of the products will be listed in the description box as usual. I have some pretty bad Halloween nails. It did not work out. I tried, but it's not cute. The pumpkin, it is cute, but the rest, not so much, but that is okay. Let's get started. I am still using my Halloween mug, which I absolutely love. I use that year round though, honestly. I just really like it. So I already have on the Milani eye primer as usual, and I did set that down with this shade right here. So I think I'm gonna combine these two colors in the crease. Let us know if you have this palette because yes, this is one that got very mixed reviews. It seemed a lot of people really didn't like it. This was interesting because the Tartelette in Bloom was very popular, and it kind of took them a long time to come out with this palette. Everyone was saying it was very late to the whole warm eyeshadow trend, which it was, honestly. They probably should have come out with this sooner, but I like it. I don't know. I've had no issues with this palette. I'm not usually a big Tarte eyeshadow person, though. This is the only palette I still have from them, but I really love warm toned eyeshadows, though. That's probably my go-to. If I had to pick only, one style of eyeshadow look, I would probably go with that. I do think it suits like my skin tone and eye color, so I don't know. I like it. I love this. As you can see, it definitely is a powdery type formula, and you can obviously create a similar look with so many palettes because the market is overly saturated with warm tone palettes. Let's go with this shade Warmth right here. This is such a pretty pumpkin matte. I really love this shade. It's one of my favorites in this palette. And this is a palette that I've traveled with a lot, just because it has very standard colors that I would wear, and it has everything. It has something I can set my eye primer with, darker shades. I can do more dramatic looks or more very simple neutral looks. So it's been a go-to for me for travel. I've taken it a lot of different places actually, because I've had this palette for several years. I like this. I mean, it's a bunch of orange eyeshadow, but I like it. All right, so I do want to use this darker brown in the outer corner. Yeah. I like this a lot. Yeah, I really wish my nails had turned out better. They're a mess. It's a total mess, but what are you gonna do? It was a bit of an experiment. I was trying to do like a lot of different Halloween designs, and I think it was a bit much, but I tried. I'm gonna use a lot of other kind of classic fall products in this video. Okay, then with this shade, I really like this shade. Fireside, very pigmented. I feel like my eye is looking like a fall leaf. I like that quite a bit. Yeah, but there's definitely a lot of palettes in this color story out there. That is for sure. Okay, and then lid shade. Yeah, so the metallics in this palette are not like foiled amazing metallics. They're definitely not Natasha Denona level or anything. I still think they're nice though, and they're kind of good for every day. So I want to go with this shade here and put that all over the lid. It's called Flame, and I am going to use setting spray. Let's see. All right, let me put a little bit more on the brush there. Yeah, really pretty, like reddish orange copper. I like it. I think it's nice. I mean, this is a palette that if it came out now, there's no way I would buy this. But since I have it, I use it. So there's a lot of palettes like that in my collection, and actually a lot of them I've done for this series. But I'm having a lot of fun with this series. It's just, it's fun, and I like to, you know, use things I already have. I'm trying, you know, still very hard on the low buy, and I don't know what I'm gonna do after this low buy. I have not decided at all, but let me know. Are you guys planning more low buys, no buys? I have not been paying attention. I have no idea if I've been in frame. Oh my gosh, I hope I have. I don't know. I've only been awake for like an hour right now, if that, maybe only 45 minutes. So if I seem a little off, that's why. All right, I think I definitely need to add more in the outer corner, but this always happens to me. This part always kind of fades away once I add my lid shade. It's getting a little patchy over there, but that happens with me with pretty much any eyeshadows. Not really anything new for me. All right, I think I'm gonna clean up the fallout, and yeah, I'll be back. I cleaned up the fallout, and I like this look. It's very standard orange copper. You could do this with so many different palettes. And I put on the AOA No Pore Primer. This is in my Finish 5 by Thanksgiving Project Pan, which I just updated that. And I think I want to use the Believe Beauty foundation. This is so good. Let's see, what shade do I have? Oh yeah, I have the shade Nude, and I feel like it matches me pretty well. So I'm just gonna do this. This is a good foundation. I am very, very impressed with it. I think I want to do like a foundation review video, because if you just saw the Ulta Points haul that I uploaded last week, I got a few foundations in PR and I bought a few with Ulta Points. And that's something I've kind of experimented with on my low buy this year, is different foundations. So I think I want to do a foundation review video of some kind. But there's one of the ones that I got that was in that last haul I have not thoroughly tested, but the rest I've tested pretty thoroughly, so. All right, same concealer combo, and let me just show you something embarrassing. So this CoverGirl Concealer is on the Deck of Painting Project Pan, and I said in that update that I was close to needing to take the stopper out. I filmed that video about a week before I uploaded it, so a few days after, I did need to take the stopper out, and the stopper and we had a fight. Look at this. I don't know if you can tell. Basically, it got halfway pulled out, and it was tearing. It was tearing as I was trying to pull it with like fork and all this stuff, which is what I usually do. I usually do not have a problem removing stoppers. I do it all the time. And so basically it was only partly coming out, and then it was tearing, and I took a giant knife and just chopped off what was sticking out. So now, I mean, I can get the rest of the product, but it looks like a total mess. Oh my gosh. And the thing I do remember, because I have finished one of those Covergirl concealers in the past, is similar thing happened last time, but last time I just like couldn't get it out, so I just left it. But this time I was bound and determined. I was like, I am not leaving this in there. I need to get this stopper out. And like, I hurt my fingers. I was in pain. It was ridiculous. Honestly, I kind of want to like not repurchase that concealer just because removing the stopper is so annoying. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's a really good concealer. But yeah, what the heck? It's ridiculous. I was like, it just usually works out so easily, but it was just, I think the plastic was so thin that it was just tearing straight through. So anyway, that was my concealer debacle of a few days ago. Okay, still gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury powder. This is in the Graveyard Project pan. And yeah, that project is ending, which is kind of exciting to finish a project. It kind of feels nice, so I'm kind of excited about that. Blend the concealer as usual. Then I've got my mineral veil ready to go. You guys have told me that you did buy this and that it did work out for you, so I'm happy to hear that, because also, I mean, this is a holy grail product for me. I mention it all the time, but obviously not everything works the same for everyone. Everyone has, you know, different skin types and preferences, so I was excited because a few people said that they got it and that it really did work for them. So I was happy to hear that. Okay, Colourpop Bronzer. Just gonna use a little bit of this. I'm just skipping the whole contouring thing today. I'm not in the mood. I think I'm too tired. Too much energy. Contour. Well, not really, because I don't do any in-depth contouring, but yeah. Just add a little bit of shape to my face. And the blush, I'm excited to use this blush. Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon. I love this. It's so orangey, warm, brown. Perfect for this kind of eye look. I really like this blush, and I don't use it often enough. And I know a lot of people kind of don't like this blush because they're like, yeah, it just kind of looks like a orange bronzer, which, I mean, it kind of does, but I don't like those kind of colors for bronzers on myself. I prefer a bit more neutral of a bronzer. But I like a very warm blush. I am a big fan. This is a very pigmented blush, so you definitely have to be careful with that. So yes. And then a warm highlighter. I'm gonna go with Becca Prosecco Pop. This is something I've hit pan on. It was quite a while ago. I like it. It's just a light gold, so there's a lot of these type of shades out there. But I think it's really nice. And I love the Becca highlighter formula. I really do. It's crazy because I've liked it for a long time, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite formula because I used to like more intense highlighters. But now it's the exact type of highlighter I want. I don't necessarily want something much more intense than that. So finishing powder, Hourglass, Luminous Light. Blend this out. And then lower lash line. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this pretty simple. I think I'm gonna start with these two first and then go with the darker shade. Yeah, these are quite pigmented. I like that though. I think it looks nice. over here. Then I'm going to add a little bit of that darkest color. What's that one called? Fireside. And okay, here we go. This shade Candle is a bit chunky. I have used this onto the inner corner pretty recently. You kind of have to be careful with this shade. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's definitely my least favorite out of the shimmers as far as the formula. It is a really pretty color, but I feel like these three are much better formulated. So, okay, all right, I'm gonna decide on a lip product, put on mascara, and I'll be back. Here we are, final look. I put on mascara, did my brows, and I did add a brown eyeliner into the waterline. This is the AOA gel liner. And what shade is this? I don't know. I think it's just brown because I have one in black. So yes, I did that. And I really like this lip color. So this is the Klarity liquid lipstick in the shade Cookie. And this Becca gloss in citrine. I haven't used this in a while. This is really nice. These have a minty kind of taste, but they're not like painful or anything. I like it. So yeah, I hadn't used this in quite a while. I bought this back sometime last year in a Boxy pop-up when I had BoxyCharm, and I haven't had BoxyCharm in over a year, but it's actually a nice gloss. So yeah, that is it. Pretty standard fall look. I like this palette though. I do. And like I said, I use this one for travel quite a bit just because I can do a lot of really simple looks. It also does have a nice mirror in it as well, and it kind of sits up like this. So for me, this is kind of like a standard travel palette, but I like this look, although you could do this look with so many different palettes. So yeah, I will link the Reviving Old Palettes playlist if you do want to see more of these. I'm really having a lot of fun with this series, and if there's other palettes you know I own that you would want me to do a look with, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.